most famous physical therapist on the internet.
Hi, folks. I'm Bob Schultz, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
Because we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course.
I'm really
Bob.
excited, Brad. I don't know about what, but I am excited. Today we're going to talk about 7 habits of people who don't sleep well. Plus, we're doing a giveaway, Brad, and this is going to fit right in with the video because it's a SleepOvation mattress.
There you go, Bob.
And we're giving away a SleepOvation pillow too.
And that's a new product.
Yeah, that's a new product. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Let's keep on with the show here.
Sure.
By the way, if you are new to our channel, you do want to go to our website, bobandbrad.com, because that's where you can sign up for the giveaway. Go to the giveaway section, or you can go to Bob and Brad on Facebook, and you'll find it there pinned to the top of the page. Want a shorter version of our program? Go to Instagram or Twitter. We got a 60-second version of our daily program on
Right. Yeah, this is a nice mattress.
Yeah, we'll talk more about that. Let's jump right into it, Brad. 7 habits of people who don't sleep well. Number 1, people that tend to check their phone or computer right before bed. That artificial light, is it that blue light?
Yeah, I believe that's...
It makes you think it's daylight, and you don't produce as much melatonin, which melatonin helps you sleep. It's a chemical that helps you sleep. So you shouldn't have the phone by your bed, and be looking at it right before you go to bed. It's just going to waken up your system. So
I was sleeping one night and I heard a phone ring, and my wife had her cell phone under her pillow. It's like right next to me. It's like, what's going on?
Why did she yell that?
Well, she was that was a long story. Anyways.
All right. Number 2. If you are in the habit of going to bed at different times, this is one that used to kill me when I was younger in college. I'm losing my mic here.
Yeah.
I'd go to bed like I wanted to try to get up early, like 8 o'clock in college, but I would stay up till like 2, 3 o'clock on the weekend, and that just doesn't work.
Oh, right.
I mean, you got to try to try not to vary by maybe 30 to 45 minutes. So maybe stay up a little later on the weekends.
Right.
But if you start going 2-hour differences, you're never going to get into a routine.
Yeah. I mean, younger people have a better tolerance for that. But,
right.
like people like us, it's noticeable.
Yeah, we just had daylight savings time, and
yeah.
Last night I already was starting to fade. I mean, all right, number 3. This one, it was one that was really snuck up on me. You really can't use caffeine even for that afternoon slump you have a lot of times. People, I mean, caffeine can stay in your system for at least 5 hours and sometimes longer if your body's kind of sensitive.
Sure.
This is the one that got me. I mean, I was having trouble sleeping. I couldn't figure it out. And finally, I realized I was having trouble sleeping when I'd go home to visit my parents.
Yeah.
And it was because we'd always play cards, and I'd drink caffeine late at night.
Straight caffeine?
Well, pop.
Yeah.
And
that must have been a long time ago.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. But I'm like, I mean, I couldn't sleep. I was like, why can't I sleep? But finally, I figured it out. I was that stupid. But number 4, if you're sleeping in positions or on a bed that causes you pain, like if you're waking up with pain, it's probably your mattress.
Yeah.
Or your position.
Yep.
So that's what we like about SleepOvation. Brad and I are big fans.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously big fans. Brad has spondylolisthesis.
Most people say spondylolisthesis.
I think it's the same thing. But show Brad what you found right away the first time you slept on one of these.
Yeah, the very first time I laid on this is no kidding. I
this,
laid
by
down.
The way, is a little sample of the mattress.
Right. Well, and I do have a cover.
Yeah, and you put a cover
I don't
over
sleep
it.
on it like this,
Right.
but you can see. I laid down, and right here where the belt line is, right where my hand is here, I felt support on my back, and my butt felt like it was sinking into the mattress, which it was, and which it's designed to be that way. And that felt like something new, and it felt so good. And to this day, every time I lay down, sometimes I'll roll on my side for a little bit. Within 5 to 10 minutes, I go back to my back, and it feels so good. I'm just a happy boy.
See, and I sleep on my side, and the reason I like it is because you don't see the shoulder here, but if the hip and the shoulder, they sink right into those individual mattresses. They have 700 of them, and so it's just so comfortable.
Yeah.
I mean, it really takes the pressure off the shoulder.
Plus, it helps support the areas that are suspended, so to speak. Obviously, we don't sleep like a skeleton, but it shows the idea.
Yeah, I think the guy who invented this, who has been in the industry for years,
Mhm.
he's a genius. I mean,
Yeah,
seriously. And we're also giving away they've come up with a pillow now. I don't want to spend too much time on it. It actually has springs in it. How freaking
just like
unreal is
this.
that?
Springs down
And you
here.
don't feel the springs though.
No,
Yeah,
it is amazing.
but
It looks like that though. It
yeah,
doesn't.
it looks like
It
this,
would.
right?
Yeah, there's a
We
sample.
did a cutoff here, so we're giving one of those away too. Let's keep moving on, Brad. Here, number 5. If your bedroom is too warm or too bright,
Mhm.
you want a cooler room. They say like 68 degrees for most people.
Right. Yep.
I definitely find this to be true in my life. If we go to a hotel and it's still too warm, it's
Yep.
just doesn't work.
Yeah.
You also want to make sure you have like light blocking shades or maybe an eye mask,
Sure.
to help
Right.
block it out. So I read a study on that earplugs and an eye mask was one of the most effective things for helping you sleep,
Oh, really?
especially on the
We were
on the
just
road.
at a hotel over the weekend at a wedding, and I'm amazed at those curtains. I don't know what they have, but they really
Really
block
block
the
the
light.
light.
I mean, it was
Yeah,
daylight outside, and it was pitch black. I didn't know if it was midnight or what until I opened the curtain.
I
Whoa.
agree. Most
Yeah.
hotels they've taken that issue into consideration. Number 6, if you are in the habit of people who don't sleep well, if you're stressed out a lot, and one of the things that Brad and I had talked about this in the past, a lot of times it helps to transfer your problems to paper before you sleep. So
Sure.
take a few minutes and do some journaling. Write down what your problems
Yep.
are, what you think the solutions are, and it's going to help you. And then you can tell yourself, all right, that's where my problem is now. I don't need to think about it. I already thought
Right.
about it. I already
Right.
dealt with it. So
One thing I do if I have a really busy day the next day, so I don't think about my schedule on a piece of paper, I write down all the things I do in priority, and it's there it is
yep,
on the table, and it's
makes a big
done.
difference. Yep,
Yeah, I
you
know
don't have to
things are under control.
don't have to expend any more brain power on
Right.
that, and especially when you don't have much.
Well,
On
Bob, why, Bob?
All
Why?
right, next
What's
one. If you have too many adult beverages, they recommend 1 drink for women before bed and 2 for men. And no, Brad, you can't take your wife's.
what was wondering about
Yeah, you
that?
can make it 3. I mean, no, that doesn't work,
Or they
Brad.
make those beer cans that hold 24 versus the 12. Can you just double up?
That's what my wife used to. She used to go to this place and they would sell margaritas in the big bowl like this.
Yeah.
And she goes, I only had one, and it'd be equal to like 7 or 8.
Yeah.
So, all right, those are the habits. And make sure you sign up for the contest. It's a great gift.
Right. These are over $1,000 mattresses. You can win one of those. It's a
Oh,
good
by the
deal.
way, if you want to get one, we have a huge discount if you use the link below.
Oh, that's right.
So,
Right. And if you don't like it after you had it for a month, over up to 100 days, you can call them up and they'll take it away.
yep.
No charge.
All right. Thanks for watching.